Good morning. We are here with Stephan Conter. Good morning, Stephan.
Good morning, mademoiselle.
I think your ambition has no limit, and that's why you have such a great empire. Could you tell us about your beginnings? How did it all started?
My beginning was not as big. I didn't like to go too long at university, and then I invented to my parents that I was going to university, but I was yet dealing horses. It was the only thing what I could do. My parents were in textile, and I didn't want to work with them in the company, and so my sister was yet in the company, and it was nothing for me. I wanted to do my own way alone. And I was riding. I was a juniors. I ride it with my sister, and then I did a little bit senior. I liked it, but I knew I was not talented like my rider were, and I said the best thing I would do is to be a dealer and to buy and sell horses. And so I started in '87, and then I continued to ride. At that time, Gilbert de Roek was my rider, and I continued to ride for another 5 years myself, and I had one or two riders riding competition, but it was a low level. We had also not the same possibilities as today, and it was more average horses, normal dealing. But I dreamed always about the big stuff. I remember one day I was going to see the World Equestrian Games in Holland, and I say to all my friends, I was so impressed about Paul Schockemöller at that time that he had a few riders there. I say to all my friends, that is what's going to happen to me. I say I'm going to have also 4 or 5 riders in the 5-star at the top level, and they were all laughing with me. They said all to me, we should go for a drink and forget this because that's never going to happen. And for me, that guy has always been quite an example. It's not a horse dealer. It's that guy is a businessman, a visionary. And I say, better look up and look far away and have a vision in life to get somewhere. And I think it's what I did slowly with what I had. I had to create a little bit capital, not a little bit. The day of today, you need quite a bit to do this sport. And I had to work on it, and I dealt. Each year I tried to do better level of horses. It took time. Everything took time. Then on my way to going top sport, I started the industry of the trucks, really small in the beginning. With the first year we did 3, 4 trucks, and then 10, and then I wanted always bigger and bigger and bigger. Until now that over 6, 7 years ago, I say I want to be the biggest one in the horse trucks, and also we're thinking about electrical cars and all these things. And I quite like industry. And then 7, 8 years ago, when I decided to start to speak with Better Rider, I did a change in my idea of life, and I say I'm participate to all these shows and so, but we are nowhere in the sport. We are small guys in the sport, and I was always dreaming to perform in it. And then I took my decision to start with a good rider like Daniel, and it was, for me, it was not a gamble. I had a vision to get to top sport. Maybe Daniel said at that time, I don't know if this guy is going to have really the good horse for long term. And after 1.5 years, I think we both saw that we came really good along, and that our target was to get at the top of this world in the sport. I was really motivated for it, and he got motivated with the years more and more. And that the Cornet d'Amour came, and then we were really wanting to be there. Then I found Lorenzo. I said also he was far away in the ranking list. And both of them, when I took them, they were far away in the ranking list. And today, this week, they're both of them in top 10. I'm really proud of my guys. I think I chose really good guys to work for me, full of talent and intelligent guys with the vision and serious. And I think with the whole group of these guys around me, also in the industry, in the horse industry, in the truck industry, I think you have to surround you with the best people, and then you get there. Alone you are nowhere. Alone you cannot create this. And I think I was lucky with the people that are at or that I have around me, and I think we're going to try to continue to grow.
That's so interesting. Actually, you have two daughters, also young riders, who are competing on a very high level, and they are doing very great. How does it feel? Are you a proud father?
That's the best feeling. Last week, I was in Wellington with them. Just a little example. I arrived the Wednesday, and honestly, both of them they wrote shit. Also, my girlfriend, shit. I was so in a bad mood. And I said to the trainer and so on to them, I brainwashed them in the evening. I say, guys, like that, we are not doing tourism here. We need to do results, and we need to do well. And the day after, they were motivated. They were at 6 o'clock on their horses working and so. And then one won the class, the high amateur, Emily. I was so proud. It's stupid. It's not a big class. It's 145, but I was really proud. And then Zoe was second of the other big class in the 5-star there. And Petronella won also a class. Lorenzo was good. I said, that guy, that's what motivates me the most. And for sure, it's the nicest when your daughter are performing. Okay, your own kid is always the best kid in the world, and we are stupid about that. But dads are like that, and for me, it's the most beautiful thing. I like what my riders perform, and they're unbelievable. We are there at the top sport. I think we are good today. They're really good, but when your daughters are trying to do their best and also have nice result at a quite serious level, it's for a father that's a dream.
As you said, also, you have two of your riders that are in the top 10 of the Longines ranking. You have Daniel Loiser and Lorenzo De Luca. How do you manage to keep them on such a high level?
Simply, okay, when you are busy with guys that are determined to be the best of the world, like those two guys, and are serious, the only thing where you can help also, it's a big motivation, a team spirit, and to have the good horses. Without really good horses, we can do this. We cannot do this with half horses. And I think we build up a long time yet to manage to buy really good young horses, the best one, and we do that. We try to do that each year to buy a quite serious amount of really good young horses that we produce. And for me, my calculation, producing the best young horses with talent and that we have time, 2 years to get it to the top level, 2.5 years, it's what makes it. And I think we got maybe lucky, and I think we proved it also with buying horses like Halifax, like Tobago. There's plenty. Like I bought at that time Ikstedt also as a 7-year-old. We bought Corne de Moor as a 6.5-year-old. I think that's our way how to do it. We cannot afford to go there and to say we buy the most expensive horses and the best horses performing because we cannot do it financially. We have to build them up, and we construct our accommodation by us in Belgium, and all our other riders. We have about 8 show riders that are preparing all these horses, doing this level. It's why we are here in the Sunshine Tour, because I think it's a fantastic facility to construct your horses for the future. And now we send it here 12 horses here. I think it's the horses that are going to come in 1 year or 2 years to do the big level with my guys or with my daughters.
Actually, they're doing great here, your horses.
Yeah, they're doing well. That's all young horses and a few old horses from Lorenzo and Daniel that we jump in only in 130, 135 classes, because I think for their brain and to be happy, that's also fun for these horses, that they don't have to jump always at 160 and to try to win. And here for them it's holiday to come and gym. I think the motivation here for the horse is really important. If you want to perform with your horses, you have to make them happy also.
Absolutely. With such a big business, which is the part that you enjoy the most, and which is the one that gives you the biggest headache?
What I enjoy the most, for sure, when we are winning. I want always to win, and I think more than my riders for sure. But me, I want to win, and for sure, if my daughters are winning a class that's 20 centimeters lower than what Daniel or Lorenzo are riding, okay, it's the top moment. Winning, it's what we like. For sure, I would dream to win Aachen, because for me the Grand Prix Rolex from Aachen is it's the biggest event in our world. That's my dream, to win one day, and my riders knows it, and they're also motivated for that. And then the big championship, and I think we should keeping dreaming that it's gonna happen one day, because we do everything for it, and we all hope that that we will have once a really serious title. That's important.
Great. With actually, you have a brand new project, which is the stallion part of the business. What are your plans regarding that?
Honestly, I had no plan first. I bought a stud farm in France because I had a lot of my own mares that I wanted to end of career to produce with them, and it's the guys that are doing that for me. It's quite successful. It's good. The results are good, and then not by accident, but we bought some stallions like Halifax, and then he became number one of the world a year and a half ago. And then we bought Tobago that we didn't know too much about breeding with him. And then one and the other, we have George. And I know we start to like it for sure. If you have another income that these stallions are covering so many mares and everybody calls you for your stallions to have Siemens, for sure it's also a kind of motivation. And now I'm quite motivated. I try to find the best stallion, but I have a little bit different idea that the most stallion owner, for me, what's important, for me, it's sport. I want to have stallion that perform first in the highest level of sport and then to breed with that. I don't know if my idea is good or not. I'm trying this. We saw the first results of the falls of Halifax and Tobago, and so I'm quite impressed. And I think it's important to choose a stallion that is yet performed, because it's yet a lottery to breed. And then if you're going to breed with a stallion that had never performed in his life from 4 or 5 year old, and just on the or you say that on the breeding, I think it's a bigger lottery. Then I prefer to breed with a top stallion, and it's why we're going to breed only with stallions that are doing top sport.
And to finish, I bet you have such a great vision for Stephan's business regarding the future. Could you tell us your plans?
But plans have my problem. My handicap is a little bit that I have new plans each day. Each morning when I wake up, I have new plans, and some are good, some are wrong. And about the wrong one, I never talk. Nobody should know, but that happens like everybody. You do wrong decisions in life. But to be motivated to keep growing, I have my 2 daughters that are really motivated and took their decision that they will start after university in the company. Then we decided together that we're going to keep growing. And I think our industry, of the horses industry, or it performed today, the industry itself of the show jumping, we have grown. All the companies that are in the show jumping industry, not me only, but everybody has a growth each year between 10 and 15 or 18% a year from turnover. This industry continue to grow, and this show is an example of it. It started many years ago, and each year they make more arenas, nicer stable, and what's nice in this world that there are many strong guys that put always a challenge a little bit bigger for the other ones. I came here and I looked at everything. I just did a walk. I went to see the stable and everything. I said, no, I should do better next time in Knokke. I have to learn from these guys because it's unbelievable. And there are many guys that in this world, and it's thanks to that, to like the guys that did the global, to like the guys that did the Rolex shows. And so they're all motivated to make it better and bigger. And that motivates all these guys like me, and brings our industry much bigger and bigger. And with a lot of newcomers from all the world that want to participate to this, then for sure there are, for the vision of the future, there are many things to do in this industry. Most of the people that are coming from outside are interested in this. This is an industry where everybody can make money in it and be happy. That's the most important thing.
Well, Stephan, thank you. It was such an interesting interview. Thank you very much, and I wish you a lot of luck that you don't need, but good luck in the future.
Need a lot of luck. We need always a lot of luck, for sure, with the horses, because sometimes you have disappointment. The soundness of an horse, you have not always the control. They are sportsmen, and accident happens.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure for me too.
Thank you.